Oh my goodness. Sorry for the slight delay there, folks, but had a little bit of a techno, a technical thing there where, one of those things where it starts with, okay, keyboard isn't working, and it ends with, got to get the cell phone to re-verify with Google. One of those string of things. But anyway, it's the streaming world. And I don't want to be here doing a monologue for too long, so let's bring a lady on. Mm-hmm. 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 Sure. All right, so here's your mic check. Great. I heard you before when your intro video was playing. Now I don't. Folks, if you're wondering
Hello,
why...
hello, hello.
Yes, there you are. I hear your voice. A bit of a strong hiss, too, but I hear your voice.
Wait,
it's
you're hearing noise from the mic?
a bit of a, yeah. But it's bearable. I mean, let's just keep your voice, because this whole exercise has been long and drawn out. So let's keep going. Yes, folks, we are here, and pretty soon we'll be rolling with thunder. Tonight we're doing Tron, and there'll be 3 of us, as the thumbnail indicates. So let us bring on Mountain Hawk. Hello, Mike.
Good evening.
For once, your audio is good.
Yay. Well, it's good to be back this week.
Yeah. Well, we missed you last week, but it was a fun week. Swappers and Problem Being. I hope that this week, hopefully you'll get a chance to check out Problem Being's music. It's great stuff. Anybody that knows of anybody that knows of Proby, please check out the last episode. But 3 episodes ago, we started Tron from 1982, and it became a 2-parter because it was getting pretty deep there. We're emphasizing a bit of the moments from the score by Wendy Calos, the electronic music legend, also the composer of the score for Clockwork Orange, and did some of the score for The Shining. So here we go. So anyway, we had, some great moments, and so we're going to be doing part 2, but 3 episodes back is part 1 of our journey through Tron, if anyone wants to see the complete. But don't leave us now.
We lost Liza already.
If you leave me now, you'll take away the very heart of me. Oh, baby, please don't go.
I think that's why she went.
Yeah, I think so.
Disappeared. Hey, we got some chat going on. Looks like Melanie Robot.
Yes.
That's pretty bad. I'm sorry to hear that.
What happened?
For you and your husband. It's in the chat.
Well, could you read it for me, Mike?
I'm not sure of all the details, but her husband's been in the hospital.
Well,
somebody, I might have missed something there, but I'm trying to go play catch up here. But yeah, we're really sorry to hear that.
Yeah, very sorry to hear that, Robot. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, there are challenges going on. I'm not at privy to discuss one, but
if you're talking about mine, my wife she kind of wanted to keep things off. For those that don't know, I said something about some medical stuff. My wife last week had surgery. She had a mass growing in her belly, and they basically did a major surgery on her, took that mass out of her belly. We are waiting right now on results that we hoped we would have Friday, but now it's going to be Wednesday. So we really don't know. We could have great news. We don't know. We're just trying to
Mm.
stay positive. So that's kind of what's been going on with me and why I missed last week and yada, yada, yada. But anyway,
Yeah, waiting is really hard, but at least everything that could be done has been done.
yes,
And so now it's about checking to see if there's more that needs to be done or not. And so either
exactly.
way, we're with you, Mike, and we're with you, Robot. We are
Absolutely.
praying for the best. And
That's,
Swappers, how you doing, man?
yeah, swappers. Hey,
Yeah, I have you
and she's
hidden
doing
in the
good.
scenes. I have you hidden in the scenes, Swapper. So if you wanted to jump on, it's no problem. But it's up to you. We wore him out last week. We were going with Probby. Probby was really doing the night owl thing, and Swappers was laying down by the end of it, just on his back, speaking into the mic and stuff. So, oh yeah. Liza, I hear a voice kind of creeping out of nowhere. Should I put you on stage? A little low. Just get a little closer. Turn it up a little bit. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Good.
She's good. Here she is.
Right. Sorry, had to shut down my computer again. Stuff was freezing, and audio was choppy, and noise was coming through. I have no idea what's going on
It's
with my
because
system.
Windows 10 went out of support last
I have
month.
I have on this computer I have Windows 11 Home.
You do?
Yes. It's on
Okay.
the laptop. It doesn't let me update to Windows
Okay.
11, so I
All right.
don't know.
Well, folks, now, as you see, every week we get here for these Sunday meetings and we have some fun, we have some tragedies. We are a bit of a family, and you're welcome to it. But we do have some things to kind of shift our mind off of some stuff, and we're going back to the second half of Tron from 1982. And, we are going to get a little bit diverted here and there, but, you know, um, it's all in fun because we love meeting up every Sunday. All right, so let me get to the slides. I have them positioned right where we left off. There we go. We are in the computer at Encore. We are in this virtual world that to the entities within it, the programs is their world, and the outside world is to them just some invisible world that they think exists, but it's difficult to deal with. Some of them know, that the outside world exists, and some of them do know of their programmers, their users, but they are the programs. And so, this brings up some interesting metaphysical subjects. And as we go, I will get into, some of them as we notice them. Talked about them a bit last time, and we'll continue to do so this time. And we'll point out some points of the score as they come up. But right now, this is where our heroes have escaped the light cycle ring, and they are motoring around outside now. They've broken the boundaries, and now they're on the loose, and they're basically being pursued by some tanks and these red walker things that float around. I think they're called demons, or at least they're called that in the movie at one point. But anyway, so our heroes are Flynn, played by Jeff Bridges, Tron, played by Bruce Boxleitner, and I forget the guy who played Ram, but he's ably played by an actor. But the three of them are out now, and they are zooming
See what
around.
happens in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I know. I forgot a lot. And here we go. Here's one of those demons. Looks almost
Me
like a
too.
Decepticon logo. They're floating around and they're in pursuit too. Basically, isn't it interesting? There he is. There's Sark,
Bad
the
guy.
bad guy. Yes, played by
Ooh.
David Warren. I remembered that name, David Warren. Um, and he's basically his mirror double is the chief or co-vice president, whatever thing of Encore, who is basically the bad guy in charge on the outside. This is the guy on the inside, but he takes his orders from the MCP, kind of like the guy on the outside, the computer program MCP that rules this computer world is starting to take over, not on the inside only, but on the outside, embossing around his creator. But anyway, here's the, shall we say, the avatar of the creator on the inside of the MCP, who has brought about this dystopian world, and he's basically hunting here. Great graphics for 1982. Nice stuff. I love the glowy line drawings. Hey, Liza, you
It
still
is
with
pretty.
us there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
her
here.
picture's there.
Yeah,
There she is.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
she's.
1982, it's pretty good.
Yes, we did check in on that last time. Yeah, there's CGI for the in computer world sequences that are, like this here, what you see before you. The ones involving the characters, those beautiful glowy line suits, those are actually painted on. And the costumes had kind of like guidelines to indicate the artists later how to draw in the glowy lines. And so, I mean, labor intensive. And I remember at the time, the computers needed to run this were like a data center, you know. And so I'm sure those data centers didn't use as much power as the AI data centers today that pretty much take away the power of cities and stuff. But anyway, let us soldier forward. Oh, robot, how you doing? I loved the Daft Punk scene in Tron Legacy. Yeah, Tron Legacy. Liza and I did see it when it came out in theaters,
Don't
and
remember it. Gotta
yeah,
I
say.
have not seen it at all.
I don't greatly
Is it worth
remember the story.
watching?
I would say, well, Liza and I were a new couple at the time, and I don't think our attention
So you
was.
didn't watch the movie, is what you're telling me.
But yeah, that I do
Liza got
remember.
quiet there.
I do remember that scene that Robot's talking about, though. Yeah, it was good music, and I mean, it was very kind of like showy, and it was great visually. The story, I kind of remember there was some reason that Jeff Bridges needed to go back in, and there was bad stuff, and he had to correct it, I guess, kind of. And then at the end,
Kind of.
Tron just kind of flies away. Tron didn't speak the whole time. Boxleitner was in it as like some sort of he might have been his old character on the outside. I don't know. He was just a nondescript like
Was he
executive guy.
in the new
He
movie?
wasn't. It wasn't a big role. He showed up with like two other executive
And I
guys that
think
just kind of stood there in suits.
the and I think the I guess the main character, the main hacker of the movie, it was came in was 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 in the movie but as a CGI character. And this was before they had the technology to really pull it off. That I remember, but I don't remember,
Well,
I
wait,
remember he
wait a
was
minute.
sort of a bad guy in the Neutron.
You're talking about Tron Legacy.
Yes.
You're saying the main hacker guy was CGI and
Yes, he was
stuff, and at it,
CGI'd
but
and
it was
I
at a time where CGI was
well,
pretty well
like
established. But I guess for that time, early 2000s, maybe it was just
well,
better.
they
I don't
couldn't
know.
make people look like like they fit in a scene with other people. It's not
Oh,
like
okay.
Luke Skywalker and the Mandalorian. I mean, it's Mark Hamill from the 80s. But they weren't able to pull that off then, and that's. I mean, I don't even remember the story. I just remember this.
They aren't
The
able to pull
main
it off
character.
now on YouTube. You can tell those are AI people trying to sell you a 7-second morning hack.
Yes. Well, what cheaply done AI
Yeah,
people, but well done AI people. You cannot
yeah,
tell the
right.
difference.
Yeah, a bit.
Yes.
Yeah, Luke was looking a little bit less expressive than a face would be in a way, but they
I
did a pretty
They
good
did a
job.
good job with
Yeah,
Luke Skywalker and the Mandalorian.
But I
yeah.
still don't know, is Tron Legacy worth watching?
Well, usually even as a
Better.
couple that, wasn't really paying attention, it wasn't
Okay.
memorable, you
Well,
know.
I mean,
Sometimes the sequels are okay, but generally they're not as good as the
yeah. Well,
first.
there's even another one coming, and hopes are not high for it, but we'll see.
Right, right.
Yeah, I mean, but anyway, let's move on, or else we'll have a part three.
No, 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 no. Moving right
But
along.
anyway,
We
yes,
gotta get to Babylon 5, okay?
this is all.
Lord, she better damn well do Babylon 5. She's been
Yeah,
talking about this since episode 1, I think.
yeah, we
Yes.
will be doing some Babylon 5. That
And
shall
we're
be
up to
coming.
67 now. That's over a year.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yep. No, we've
well,
been around.
there we go. Oh,
Yeah, and I'm nostalgic for a year ago. We are probably next week. I'm going to float this idea. We'll see what the reaction is in the chat. But I think next week we're going to try doing another tournament like we did a year ago, where we did some Monty Python and the Holy Grail plus the Tournament of Medieval Instruments. I think we'll probably just maybe play some interesting medieval clips for that, and most of it will be the medieval instruments. We'll have a tournament of maybe medieval string instruments, so we could learn about these things, hear them, and hear some great musical performances and stuff. But anyway, when the autumn comes around, I start feeling a little bit medieval, I don't know why. All right. So anyway, here we have our glowy people with that is all um, artistically painted on frame
wow.
by frame.
Very cool.
Yep. So anyway, here I'm trying to remember where we are. It's been a week. No, it's been 3 weeks since we did this. Yeah. Basically, they're trying to get away, and you have some. Yeah, here they are in their light cycles trying to get away, and they're being pursued. Basically, the pursuers are in other vehicles and stuff and trying to follow them, but they are successfully for a time eluding. They get off their bicycles, which means the bicycles just fade away, and these bars that they hold just kind of fade away. All right. And the sets, man, they look beautiful. This is where you start feeling, you do get the feeling that this is a world here, and that even though it is, you know, these are sets being filmed, you get the feeling that they just go on. And they did a great job with that, combining, the built set constructions and some mats in the background that made it really feel like integrated. Oh, there we go. I wish I had something like that on my wall. But anyway, the MCP is communicating with Sark. Sark's getting upset because they're not tracking him down, and but they are in pursuit. Let's see here. And now it's great. The ambient sound out in this world is really nice. It's kind of like this subdued ambient sound, but it sounds almost a little bit without animals. It sounds almost like nature. It has this kind of crystalline sound to it, and they're just kind of looking around because I guess this is the first time they've been out of the city where the programs are basically enclosed and trapped by Sark and his minions, and they're forced to play these life and death games. And this is what Tron's looking at. He's looking at the communications tower that he needs to get to communicate with his program. not his program, his user. He's the program. And his user, Alan, on the outside, also played by Bruce Boxleitner, um, is actually, unbeknownst to him, in his office right now, waiting to be able to get contact with the program in the computer. He did not know, though, that his buddy Flynn was going to actually get into the computer. So Flynn is there basically, finding out that, all right, if he's going to release the security lockdown that um, that has been implemented, and if he's able to run his security programs to clean up the problems here, he's kind of going to have to disengage things, but he didn't know he's going to be living it. And so he's living it. But anyway, that's where they need to go. That's the goal right there, the communications tower. But it's an interesting parallel. The programs are kind of like us as human beings here, where they, someone like Tron, who's, established more confidence and a connection, a relationship with his user, almost like having a relationship with your soul or whatever might go beyond your corporal form. Having that relationship, that tie, you're basically trusting in the invisible, you know. Kind of like if you have any faith or if you have any spiritual beliefs now, it's like you're trusting in the invisible, and it's one of those things that may come at some point in your life, may not. We don't know. One of the mysteries of life, but the idea is that when you feel it, you would be more like Tron, where he feels this connection with the user beyond, and he knows he's there, even though he can't see him. And later, he does actually get to communicate, and we'll see that. And for this world, that is a bit of an experience, just like it would be for us. So anyway, I hear a little bit of a background noise there. Liza, did you have something to share?
No, but you should welcome Mr. Brown Alliance to your stream.
Welcome, Mr. Brown. Yes, Mr. Brown, a lover of the original Tron movie as well as Babylon 5.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And
Gotta
Welcome,
do
Mr.
Babylon 5.
Brown.
yeah, in fact, maybe we'll do that tournament of musical instruments and Babylon 5.
Were there alien instruments featured in Babylon 5? I'm sure there
But
were.
there were great sounds featured by Christopher Franck from
Yes.
Tangerine Dream in the
Yes.
score. Great sounds, but I don't know that they emphasized any instruments. I'm trying to remember. The Mimbari had some great ambient sounds on Mimbar. I know that. They probably had some bells and stuff.
Yeah, at some point they featured
Yeah,
Minbari instruments.
they did in some of the ceremonies, but it was brief, and so. Well, anyway, here we are. They're roaming through the world trying to see how to get to the communications tower. And why did I capture this slide? I don't know. Beautiful glowy stuff for me there. Oh, that's right. This is the pool. This is the pool. They didn't describe what it is, but, they were like all in need of refreshment. So this glowing pool of light water was there, and started taking drinks from it, getting refreshed. And yes, Liza was disappointed, right? You were like,
Well, they didn't explain why that pool was so
they
important.
didn't explain what it was.
They just.
If you're a
Oh.
computer program, isn't that going to short you out? Well, remember, these are virtual things. They're not physical, but they don't know that. They think they're physical, and the users on the outside are not physical. Whoa.
Interesting, that. Yeah.
Whoa. Yes.
Yes.
There we go. This was one of the tanks hunting them down. Very reminiscent of some of the tank games at the time that were pretty much outline drawings of 3D worlds. And some of the targeting mechanisms look like it. So they're back on their cycles trying to escape the tanks, and they get split up. Tron goes one direction, and then Ram and Fling go another. and they're being pursued by tanks, and the tanks get off a shot. There we go. There's the targeting mechanism. Beautiful glowy lines, and it fires one at them, and pretty nice shot there. Man, yeah.
Well, some glowy lines that help them.
Yes, I love glowy lines.
You do like the glowy lines, don't you?
Yes. Give me some glowy lines, and
I
I'm a
like
happy
those.
guy. Yes. Oh, and then you get the sense of solidity with some of the landscape and everything, which gets blown up, and the boulders, if you will, fall down and kind of um, bury Flynn and Ram there. Tron's going off in another direction. They're separated. And there we go. There's some of the bouldery landscape also glowing. And they're still being targeted. Well, actually, I think the tank decides, okay, I think we got him. And no one's going to survive that. But, of course, the bad guys never check. They never check to make sure. And Flynn's still alive. And so is Ram, but he's been injured quite sadly. And we'll see that in a moment. So they kind of go off, and there's Ram laying on the ground. He's injured, and unfortunately, it's not going to go well for him. But
They
his
don't
glow
explain
begins
why
to
he
fade.
dies.
Well, you missed it. You missed the fact that you know the tank blew up some of the landscape, and they were buried under these boulders of electronic rock, so to speak.
You have to have tragedy in a movie. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you can't have all three heroes survive.
Yeah. There's
Oh,
got to be that moment of sad where the audience goes, "Aw."
Yeah. I mean, they could have had some for Crom, played by Peter Jurassic, or Kron, I think it was, when he was killed by Sark, when Flynn refused to kill him after their competition. But anyway, look at this. They Flynn discovers a power. He's able to take this blown up demon walker thing and kind of put it back together just by using his mind. That's the power of a user. It's almost like even though the user um, is in the virtual world now, he must bring with him some creative power that the programs themselves don't really have, which is another interesting parallel there. It's like the programs themselves can do things, but they can't exactly engage the creativity. Everything's created by the users on the outside. Now, the MCP can not really create, but can pervert and corrupt things on the inside that have been created. And so can some of the minions of Sark, but it's Flynn who's able to create or take the broken pieces and just with his mind put together this walker. Well, it's not really a walker. They fly around all the time, but it's got legs. I don't know. Demon walker. I'll call him Demon Walker, even though who knows what they really are. So anyway, they're flying around now. Well, Flynn is. Unfortunately, Ram passed into Silicon Heaven, I guess. And I think Silicon Heaven, isn't that what they used in, what is it, Red Dwarf with Crichton? Crichton says, I believe in Silicon Heaven. That's where all the calculators go after they die.
all right.
Liza, anything you want to share with us from these wonderful chats you're laying up?
Well, Robot says I scored over 600,000 on Tron, the video game.
I
That
suck at video games. At those kind of video games.
That's a lot of quarters.
450,000 on Pac-Man, and Eureka at Sharky's Arcade around 1990.
Mm.
Wow.
That place was
Sharky's.
turned into a tattoo parlor, she says.
Wow.
So, We still have an arcade.
Yeah, you
Market.
mentioned it last time, but we haven't really ever gone there to see what condition it's in or if it
Oh,
really is.
bowling alley and an arcade in a
Well, I
small
mean, yeah,
town.
it's still you find some games in like other facilities, but bowling alley, arcade, yeah, those are still things that are becoming more and more rare, I think,
Yeah.
probably.
I have some pretty exciting video games on my phone.
Oh
I
yeah.
have like solitaire, pre-stealth, spades, backgammon.
Oh yeah.
Man, fast-moving games. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, Mike. Man, you gotta start a gaming channel, Mike. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
solitaire for old guys.
Hey, hey, Mike, you're ready to fill a niche that no one has done on YouTube.
I don't know. We might want to look that up first.
Do
Yeah.
something that no one has done before. You know what? I shall look it up on
Oh,
YouTube.
pretty soon you're going to see his next music video. It's going to be Solitaire. Is going to be the
Awesome.
video.
Actually, I don't know. I did do a video. I think it was Spider Solitaire.
Yeah.
I haven't. I don't know where it is, man. I got so much stuff on the in the
Yeah,
future,
I know. Yeah,
and
if
then
you
some.
can't keep up with it, neither can.
Well, and then if I want to
Yeah.
do something like brand new that I did, oh, I did a review. It's on YouTube as of about I don't know half hour before the show. I did a Flute Wizard review.
Oh
Ooh.
wow.
Long,
Oh,
long overdue.
Did
nice.
you do an
Where
unboxing?
no,
No.
Unboxings can be dangerous, Lawrence.
Yeah.
no, I
Not
it
he's
was
not
it
gonna do
was
an
no.
unboxing.
I went I don't know over a half dozen or so of the flutes I have. So no, it wasn't an unboxing.
I did an unboxing, and
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I
yeah,
think you sped it up, didn't you? Thank God. People who don't
sped it
speed
up.
up the unboxing, that's
Yeah,
boring as
I
hell.
sped it up so much I cut myself.
Well, we did. I did some editing on the unboxing. Not to put the whole thing. I mean, some people do unboxings as like an ASMR video where people are expecting to hear the sounds and the crinkles of the paper and stuff like that.
And all of a sudden, ah!
This was supposed to be uh, an an unboxing not for going to bed, and so I did some editing. Although I had to leave in the part where Lawrence cut his hand because he wasn't
Yeah,
paying attention to what he was doing.
I just wasn't good at it.
You know what's really good? People who
Hmm.
do unboxing and reviews of things they don't know how to play. Well, I got
Oh,
this new banjo. I don't know how to play a banjo, but I'm going to do a review on a banjo. It's like, who
yeah. I
zeroes
don't think you
in?
can call it a review. Then
No, you can't.
you can
And who wants to
unbox
watch
it.
an unboxing without a review, really? I mean,
Well, I played a little bit of the flute, but do you think I'm gonna, like,
well, you know how to play a flute.
yeah, yeah. But I didn't really go deep into a review. I was just like, yeah, this sounns good. This is cool.
Understood, but at least you know how to play it. You didn't go,
Yeah,
I got this flute. I don't know how to play it. you know,
yeah, yeah. That's true.
it's not very helpful to people who are, wanting to buy something. It's like, well, you don't know how to play it. So, you know, I'm going to learn along with you. It's like, okay.
Well,
Well, maybe you could review the craftsmanship of the instrument, even if you don't know how to play it right away. Um,
I don't know. I shouldn't talk. I had my stuff I made on there, and I don't really know how to play it. So, but the first thing I said, I don't know how to play this.
yeah,
So
that
it was right up front, man.
yeah. If you're
okay.
doing a if you're doing
Don't
something called a
deceive people.
review.
Don't suck them into your nothingness.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, if
Well,
you're gonna
I
do
mean,
a
in all
review,
fairness, I did play a few notes, so it wasn't like,
Yes, we do tend to go off topic
I'm
here
not
on
good at it.
earworms.
No, never on earworms. No.
that's when the earworms gets interesting when we go off
Yes.
topic.
Yes, and you can share your off-topic dreams with us by typing in our
Uh-oh.
lovely chat.
Uh-oh. Someone robot is cueing the dueling banjos theme.
Yes. What?
Run, run.
I don't have a banjo, but I got a cigar box guitar.
Oh yeah, you could play
Robot.
you could
Yeah.
play
I got a leg fiddle.
what is it? Sleepwalk.
Oh
There you
yes, yes.
You would have loved that earlier today, Mike. She announced Sleepwalk, but she credited Richie Valens with
I
it.
thought it was Richie Valens.
Well, he did play
uh,
it at some point, but it was Santo and Johnny.
aha.
I'll
Next week,
extract I'll extract the video from the live and make a separate video for it.
it's getting great, folks.
You could totally play that on a slider. If I
Well, I
can
got to be
play it, anyone
careful.
can play it on
Yeah,
a
at
slider.
that point of the melody, I inevitably always switch to Misty instead of Sleepwalk.
Well,
Misty.
and in all fairness, the review I did yesterday that I put out, it was actually not on playing the instruments as much as on Albert's bow, which is really good, by the way.
Oh
Cool.
yeah,
Albert makes a mean bow for anyone looking for a bow.
yeah, a
But
bow for any kind of thing that you bow. But primarily, Albert does use them on musical saws,
What's great about
and
them is that zero maintenance bow. I can't wait to
yeah,
try them on my leg fiddle.
they don't wear out.
Nope.
Well, anyway, where are we in the story? Well, Ram just passed, and now Flynn is fleeing on his own through this beautiful world, and there is Sark's vessel floating above. The bad guys like to float above people and chase them like rats, and so that's what that's the idea. That's what we're doing there, and there we
kind of like
go.
Major Tom.
Ground
Hey, you
control to
passed up a number.
Major Tom.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Pick
Number.
up, man.
Well, thank you
There
for
we
letting me know.
go.
Thank you for reminding me. Here we go. We have some moments from Wendy
Yeah.
Carlos, because there might be some people still interested in the score out there. Um, I don't know. I think they may have fled a while ago, but it's like these guys are going to talk about everything, aren't they?
No,
Yes.
we got 22 people watching the stream. That's amazing.
It's a
Yeah.
real catch 22.
Maybe they're watching for the added stuff.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. They're like, tell me of this bow of which you speak.
Yes.
It is not bows like for bow and arrow. It's a bow for playing a musical instrument. Made by Albert from Musical Saw Now.
Hey, Albert.
Yep.
All right. I loaded a video, and now we need to go
Let's
over
watch
and
the
play it.
video.
Let's watch this video. This will contain a moment from the movie, and probably there'll be some musical score in it. Many of these are for sharing the score by Wendy Carlos. That's Flynn flying around in his reconstructed Demon Walker. And of course, you hear some of the score there. Definitely a little bit angular stuff. Liza remarked last time it had a very Stravinsky esque sound, but played with electronic musical instruments. We discussed in the first episode it was a Moog modular setup, one of the original ones, and then an NCAR. I think it's called an NCAR.
Very cool.
I better look that up. It's been a few weeks. My short-term memory is really short anymore these days, folks. And let me just ask here, what synthesizers did Wendy Carlos use on Tron 1982? And it'll be here, I'm sure. I just want to get that abbreviation correct. Yeah, Moog modular synthesizer and a Coomer. Yes, a Kumar GDS. Krumar. CRUMAR. Krumar GDS. Yes, that's what it's called. Early digital synthesizer. And she did a lot of programming on it in order to kind of get it to be able to do what she wanted. A
Very
very
cool.
hands-on composer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let us move forward here. Otherwise, there'll be a week 3, and we don't want that. Yes. Now something else is happening here. We're seeing a bit. If this is this an indication? No, they're not at the solar sale just yet. No, not yet. He hasn't met the lady yet. Anyway, why am I seeing this? But anyway, I guess we're just seeing that in the sky because later there is a solar sail that comes up. But it is not at this point where. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, he's at that point. Flynn is wandering around the world and he meets up with somebody he knew from the outside world. Well, actually, a program like her. And damn, I forget after 3 weeks what her name was.
Oh no.
I, you know, um, I know the actress is Cindy Morgan.
Okay.
Let's call her Cindy then. That's what Little Platoon does. I guess that's why he renames people so he doesn't have to try and remember the names. So we could just say Cindy's character. Well, her second character, the program. So he meets her, but since he recognized her, kind of, he's like, woohoo. And that was his ex girlfriend in the real world. And she's in some tower where they're just doing things. It's just like business as usual, sort of managing air traffic control. I don't know, but something like that, managing stuff. And they're just there. But she's like glad to see him, even though she doesn't really totally recognize him and stuff. So, wait a minute, this isn't Flynn. That's Tron, right? Yeah, that's Tron.
It's Tron.
Yeah, Tron that runs into her, but she recognizes him
Movie about Tron.
because he's well known in the program world because he's one of the heroes in the games, and also, he's a freedom fighter and stuff. But they're like, oh man, we really hope that works out for you because that'd be great for all of us, but we don't want to really get involved because what you do is real dangerous and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, that sort of thing, and that's a blinker that kind of like says yes or no, on or off. Cool thing, you know. He's hanging around and he's just like, no, no, yes, 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 no. And forget what the conversation was like. Is Robot telling me that I'm failing miserably at my task tonight?
Robot would like for someone to invent a transporter so that she can head over to Copenhagen and see Kraftwerk live.
Ah,
Wow.
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
That would
Yeah.
be a game
Well,
changer.
it would also be great to have a bit of a time machine so she could go back a few years so that she could see like the original members all live. All right.
Then you could just hang out in the studio.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scott, I think we all had more money in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it might have been less in some delineations, but it was worth more.
Worth more.
Yeah.
Would go,
Too.
dollar would go further. That's why we
Yeah.
got food in the ground, my friends.
A quarter would go further. Now, let's see here. What do we have? Oh, these are some of the life forms living in that world. They're kind of cute. I think these are some of the I forget what they were called. They were kind of like just these things that were hanging around. It was almost like they made them out to be almost like
Components.
no,
Like one guy's a transistor and somebody else is a.
like loiterers in a way.
Oh.
Because they were philosophizing. They were walking around and philosophizing. I think the parallel might have been like, kids in the real world playing video games and stuff like that. They're searching for something, searching for answers or whatever. I don't know. Might have been a parallel there.
Interesting.
But anyway, Yes, and so there's more of our world and people walking around in it. Yeah, basically Tron meets up with the lady, and they she decides to help him out though, and so they're just walking through this world and seeing like the philosophers hanging around, and they're heading, unbeknownst to her, but they're heading for the um, solar sail to try and get over to the communications tower. And meanwhile, Flynn's flying around in his reconstructed Demon Walker, and oh, sees another tank again. That's trouble, and it looks like they're going to get into some trouble here. And so he's flying around, and it's adventurous flying around, And the music was very intense at this point, and we see moments here of the landscape is just awesome. I mean, the slides don't do it great justice because of the formatting. They're kind of widescreen, and so they look narrow here, but, definitely in the theater, it was a sight to behold.
It was a pretty movie.
It still looks good on an HD thing, Of course, here in my slide view, everything is kind of small, so
Yeah, yeah.
it's small for me, a little bit bigger for you guys. Go full screen. Earworms in full screen.
I would
And
imagine if Lawrence got ever got a chance to design a studio from the ground up, it would look like something from Tron.
yeah, yeah, probably,
Yes.
probably would. And it would be absorptive materials so it wouldn't reflect too much.
Yes.
All right. And then you see those back panels, kind of like that
Yeah, that's pretty.
Jackson Pollock, almost single color Jackson Pollock sort of things. But anyway, yeah, we're
They're
still in
fractals.
the world. All right. Yes, we are at the end of this set of slides here. So we're going to pull up this set of slides here. All right. We are making progress, folks. Uh-huh. And this is, oh, there's some of Sark's troops coming after Flynn. Well, they're also going after Tron. I mean, they're after everybody. They're after all these free range programs. And yes, and I think there's a fight coming up. Yeah, Tron and Cindy's character are trying to get to the solar sail, and they're in that room now. But Tron has to engage in some heroics and gets into a fight with one of Sark's men.
He did. Oh my goodness.
What?
According to Robot, David Warner is no longer with us. And yes, he appeared in a few Star Trek movies, episodes,
I know
and
Star
he
Trek
made an
5.
appearance in Babylon 5 as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Was Robot with us week one?
Yes.
All right.
He appeared in Star Trek 5.
Yeah.
I know he appeared in a few episodes. I can't remember which ones in particular. And he appeared as the Seeker of the Holy Grail in Babylon 5.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Really cool character.
Grail.
Yes. Oh, Mike, have you seen Babylon 5?
I watched an episode of it.
Let me tell you something. You have to start it from the beginning. There's no other
What
show.
I watched the first episode.
Oh, okay.
The
Because the
pilot.
whole thing,
I just haven't got back to it.
unlike most television shows, it was through composed. Everything is like they wrote, or for the most part, they wrote the whole thing before they started
Well,
shooting.
I
They
mean,
had to modify it because
yeah, they had to do
but
modifications.
I've never seen a story so well integrated, episode from episode from episode, and stuff that happens in episode one is referenced throughout the series, and then, like little obscure details from smaller episodes. It is, I mean, it is the best written show. I mean, and I love Star Trek. Don't get me wrong, but the writing is superior.
Yeah, as far as an overall story.
Yes.
Well written series.
When you start, it's just gonna suck you in. You're not gonna be able to.
Well, he did one episode and it didn't completely give him a suck at that
Not
point, but
yet, not yet.
yeah,
I remember when
I
I
watched
went.
more than one, to be
season
fair.
one ramps up.
I remember when I was first introduced, I wasn't ready to receive it, and then I don't know.
Ah,
Something happens where it's like, wait a second, this detail that they're talking about now was
Yeah, it
presented
hits
here.
you in a way, and then all of a sudden, the stuff that came before all of a sudden comes together, and you're like, oh,
oh, I got
yeah.
you.
It's like, I get it now, you know.
Yes, Billy Mummy on
Bill Mooney.
Mummy.
Yes.
Yes.
He was also in one episode of Deep Space Nine. He was on that planet where there was a bunch of Federation people holding out and against the Jem'Hadar, and the
Really?
Jem'Hadar was really wearing them down.
I don't remember
Yeah,
him being in that.
That's my problem. I don't remember much these days.
yeah, he was in one
Oh my
episode of Deep
gosh.
Space Nine.
Deep Space Nine. Good stuff.
All right, so now
Yeah,
we're about to
seen
hear
that
some
in
more
years.
from Tron. This is where Tron
Tron, I've
and
heard of that.
Cindy are
Oh,
on the
yes.
run, and we're going to hear a little bit of the score here.
I'll go first.
Oh yeah, some good music there, and the sound effects of the hovering demon walker. I mean, the soundscapes were really good, and they even had slides. It was nice. Everybody's silent now. All right, all right. So anyway,
We're trying to let you get on, man. So there's
if I
not a
play,
mystery.
Yes.
if I play strong themes, those things will get, the copyright smack. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, now we're talking.
It's Lumpy. I,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
I,
love Lumpy.
I don't remember. It's Bernard Hughes's character. In the outside world, he is one of the elder programmers, as well as one of the researchers that does say very importantly at the beginning that these programs take on the characteristics of their users.
Yes.
And of course, he's just saying that from maybe speculation in the outside, but he kind of strongly believes it to be true. And wouldn't you know it, he happens to be a wise elder in the world of programs. I forget what his specific character name is at this moment, but he's got a very pronounced hat, and I don't know, kind of papal like, wouldn't you say?
He's
Mhm.
a communications protocol thing. So yeah, maybe he's like a pope.
Well, he knows a lot of information, and he's able to. He is aware of the users in the outside world, and so they're trying to get to the communication tower. They're kind of almost there, and they're looking. And he's like a gatekeeper in a way. He needs to let them pass,
Yeah.
and he basically does. But one of the great things is what he says to Tron in doing it is like, in order to relate to the world of the users, you need to believe in the invisible or something like that, or beyond this point. You need to believe in the world of the invisible. And I was like, wow, that really connects up, because it's almost like us needing to believe in that which is beyond our sight in order to connect with
Oh,
that which is
welcome,
beyond
baby.
our corporal form. And in this case, it's their virtual world that needs to believe in our world, which is invisible to them. And almost like the user is their higher self or their soul, and they need to believe beyond their virtual forms into the physical. Oh, Bayona Rad is here.
I was
Yes,
going
he
to say, I tell you
is.
what I believe. Bayona Rad is in the house.
Yes, he is.
Hail, hail.
Yes, indeed. We are covering the second half of Tron here, but as usual, there's a bit of Babylon 5, a bit of Star Trek, and a bit of musical instruments in the discussion as we go. All right. I'm liking his look there. He's got a Sphinx look to him,
I like it.
at least the way he lies.
That's Mike's Halloween costume.
He ain't rad for nothing, man.
Oh, so you're saying that's Bayona Rad right there.
Oh, that's
All
rad
right.
too, man.
Oh, did I miss a
Do we not?
comment, Melanie? I mean, I'm sorry, robot. Let me see.
Well, you probably missed some of what I'll tell you later, but some of what Melanie shared at the beginning
Oh,
before we started.
I'm sorry, robot. My
Yeah,
bad.
but don't worry, I'll fill you in later. And
Oh, found it.
basically,
Found it. Here it is.
what?
The comment here.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about. Never mind. We're confused.
Well, we've all gone on different directions here.
Yes, and those are the bad guys, and they're going to punish us for being disjointed. You will always, evil will always take advantage of your divisions. Well, anyway, they're not divided here. They're basically finding their way through, and of course, wise Bernard, that's the actor who plays him. Wise Bernard is basically shows them the way and basically lets them pass. And he says, "I'll take care of these guys." I mean, he's not going to be able to do anything other than just like sit there and get in trouble when Sark and his minions come through. But at least he passed them through to where they need to go. And there we are. We're basically, I mean, the world, beautiful world. What a world, what a world, what a world. Oh, yes. And look at that design and stuff as we go forward. I mean, there's something about the classic look of it that I think, you would need to purposely limit yourself, technologically speaking, and do things like the same way if you wanted to really capture the same type of effects. There's something about it. It's just almost like when you hear a studio
Unique.
recording from the 60s and so forth. You can't do it with the technology today and have it sound with the same kind of warmth that you got with the technology of the 60s. The same kind of, in some ways, almost a lo-fi sound, the way the mics sounded and everything. All right, we
It's so funny
continue.
how lo-fi is a thing these days.
Yeah, in some
Back
ways
then, it was
it's,
just not as low quality equipment, kind of, or the
yeah,
equipment the best they had at the time. Maybe that would be a better way.
Hot circuitry saturated the sound, and there was a
yeah, yeah.
depth to it that I remember when transitioning from my Tascam Porta studio to my first DAW, I thought there was something wrong. It's like,
Right.
but this doesn't sound as good as my tape recorder. Why?
It's too
I
clean.
didn't understand at the time. So
Yeah.
yeah, it
Too
was
clean and smaller. The
it's
saturation wasn't
smaller,
there.
yes, because the clean is good, but smaller is the word. Yeah.
Yeah, saturation kind of makes things sound bigger and a bit more reinforced. And it's the same type of thing here where the color saturation, in a way,
Yeah.
gives it a unique honesty to it, whereas the precise lines in like a digital video with, you know, even a similar aesthetic, although Tron Legacy, they went a different aesthetic kind of, I mean, they
Yeah, a
still had the
totally
glowy
different
lines, but it
aesthetic.
was
Yeah. Yeah.
different.
I
And
mean, they paid homage to the look of the original film with,
yeah, with the
the
glowy
LEDs
lines.
and the neon, but it looked completely different. Yes, this whole movie was like a painting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was like almost an MC Escher world in a way.
MC
Maybe.
Escher? Who's that?
Yes, the artist.
Wait, I have to
Uh,
look this up.
oh yeah, the puzzle pictures and mazes and different things. But go ahead, look it up,
Uh,
and you'll probably say, "Oh yeah, I've seen this before." Alrighty, but yes, the saturation and everything, makes it different. And I don't know. I'm gonna have to just go through imagery here. I guess we're at the point where Tron is starting to see. Okay, I got to climb up that or something. Yeah, and oh yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta tell you, folks, I really need to do these. I mean, when we do part twos, I'm gonna have to rewatch them again just to make sure I remember everything. Because I know the overall story, but I forget these moments. But it was definitely beautiful stuff. That is basically the communications tower, and where the messages go out to communicate with his user. And you saw before he had his disc there. That's his identity that he needs to be able to communicate. And there we go, back with Bernard. Tron is the one that is doing the communication now, and he's communicating with his user, Alan. And Alan, I believe, feeds him that you will not hear from me again until this is all over. Your identity disk will double as a weapon that you need to use to take out the MCP, and kind of describes how to do it, that sort of thing, which is something that comes later. But he basically gives Tron his mission.
Ooh, Bayona has some interesting insight about the new Tron movie that's coming out.
Oh,
He
that's
has some
Tron
info.
Ares, I think.
Well, he says, I don't want to spoil you, but the new trailer of Tron Ares kind of show they are referencing back to the old technology look design in this film.
Hmm.
Cool.
That would be cool.
It is cool.
Going retro,
With
that
a
would
K.
yeah.
With a
Yes.
K. Oh, K00L.
There you go.
Yeah. Of course, we got to hope for good story too.
Yes.
Yes.
That we do. Mm,
Hmm.
yeah. It's not
Now,
a
Tron
given
Legacy,
anymore.
I'm not saying it was bad. I don't remember it well enough to really judge, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
probably
yeah. We know.
probably
Or
not a good sign.
yeah, yeah. Kissy,
Okay.
kissy. We
Yeah.
know.
Well,
No,
here
we
we are.
behaved ourselves in the movie theater.
Yeah, yeah. Whatever you have to tell yourself, there, kids.
Cool beans.
Here's some loitering programs. Yeah, there.
Lawrence wouldn't know what to. He was lost without me giving him shit last week, probably.
Yeah, he was. We
Yeah.
were lost, Mike. We were lost.
Hey,
We need Mike commentary to keep this show rolling, man.
that's right.
So
Sarcasm.
anyway, yes,
Yes.
there. Bernard realizes he's in trouble because he let the folks go, and Sark and his troops are not happy. So anyway, aha. Still more beautiful. Well, I mean, these are great paintings, but there we are. Some of the world there. This is where the solar sail is housed. That's how they get from the communications tower to the MCP, where Tron knows now what he needs to do to take out the MCP. So they're about to pilot this shuttle. And then, yeah, Tron gets into a fight because somebody's coming up there, I believe. And it was some good old fashioned, punch ups. Not quite like Captain Kirk, the classic fight style from Star Trek, the original series. Captain Kirk just jumping out there and punching aliens. That's a sound effect, a Foley sound you typically hear pretty soon in Star Trek episodes. All of a sudden you hear this, you know. There's our solar sail moving out across the sky. And our Tron and Cindy's character are heading out there. All right.
Gonna
Look
get
at
it.
the design there. There's the back of the of Sark's ship. I mean, it's in this sequence you get to see the back and the sides and everything. A pretty good design for a ship that's CGI.
The face.
Yeah. Oh, that's the MCP. The MCP is kind of pissed because they haven't
A
caught
little
these
bit.
renegade
He's seeing
programs
red.
yet. Yeah,
Yep, yep.
these renegade programs, and here we are. The solar sail is going through. Now they call it a solar sail because it resembles a solar sail, but if there's no sun, is it solar?
That's a good question. Hey, did we lose swappers? We did.
Swappers may have fell asleep.
Oh,
We mean lose him. Was he? Did he log in?
yeah.
He didn't log into.
I thought he was in the stream
He
or
Oh
was
no
something.
no
in the
no
chat.
no 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 no. He was in the chat tonight.
Oh,
If you saw a scene where his you see he appears there at the bottom.
yeah,
He's
he has
not really
his Ryan Johnson avatar.
he's not really here.
Oh,
I
He's here in
forgot
spirit.
I forgot to hide him in this scene. That was in fact I could even if you want put problem being there.
oh, hell.
But he's not really there. In other words, you could talk to that problem being and he won't respond to you. Okay, there we go. So no one gets confused.
Duh.
One of these days, I will be moderately functional at this. Where are we? Are we on the slides? No, I'm in
We're
the
on Earth.
video view, aren't I? What am I doing? Which scene am I
Does
on?
anyone ever get good at live streaming? Is my question. Does anyone truly ever get good at it? It's hard.
Does anybody know what time it is?
Yeah.
That's why
Okay,
it's live, man.
it's
Yeah.
live.
What
Oh
would we
no,
do
this
without
isn't.
Mike?
Live stream is better. Bumper stickers should
Yeah,
be issued.
this
Yes.
is. This isn't Memorex, folks. All right. So I like the bumpy world, kind of like a moon-like place, and it gives you that impression. It's like, oh, this must be a moon above the computer world because it's
Mm.
kind of a bit bumpy and slopey and stuff, and so it kind of makes you wonder, what were they saying there? In our world, is the moon inhabited by our true rulers? Is there an MCP there inside the hollow moon that is ruling over us?
Perhaps.
I'm not saying anything, folks. I'm not saying anything.
Quizás, quizás, quizás.
Okay, I don't know what you mean by that.
You don't know the song? Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps.
You could share.
Well, you'll have to look it up.
No.
The
Wow.
the
Well, she told you, man.
most interesting. I think the most popular version was sang by Nat King Cole. The song in
Oh. Oh,
Spanish.
wait a minute. It's
Oh,
coming back now. Yeah, it's coming back to my memory now. Yeah, I kind of vaguely hear that. Yeah, now that you mention Nat King Cole. Have you looked up MC Escher yet? MCESCHER, I believe.
What do you mean, Scott? Why? I ask myself that every day, Scott.
Well,
why?
anyway,
Why?
somehow Flynn made his way in his flying. Well, no, he was running on foot towards the end of it, but he made his way to the solar sail and he finds Tron there. Except at this point, Flynn's a bit red because he was overheating a bit, running around and stuff like that. But after a little bit of time with Tron, he does regain the blue again, and there they are, right on cue. And they're kind of meeting up, and unfortunately, Ram was lost. But there's two heroes left, so hope is not lost. Oh, three heroes, yes. Ram was replaced by the lady there, so there we go. And it's almost like a trinity of Tron, who is a program, and there's the female aspect there of the sacred feminine and the masculine user, uh, who would really be the kind of like the representation of, the Father, and then there's the Holy Spirit, and then Son, the Christ figure, would be Tron, if we were to go to that analogy. Nobody
Wow.
wants to join me there?
We're
Okay.
getting deep, man. Well, I was just like, whoa.
Well, wouldn't all of these programs have um, counterparts in the real world? So who's to say which one plays the Son or the Holy Spirit or the Father?
Well, I'm just saying, it's just the Holy Spirit is considered a sacred feminine representation. So I was going with lady there, so long as we still do have lady or the existence of female, feminine. And then I was thinking Tron is kind of like that hero. He's the one that ultimately does take down the MCP, so he would be more like the Christ figure. Not that Christ ever took down something with his identity disc, but he was the one that conquered death in that telling. And then, Flynn, being a user himself, come into the. Ooh, he could be Christ.
Yeah,
The user himself
that would
come
make
into the
more
world.
sense. Yes, interesting.
Well, I
I
don't know.
mean, interesting, and I think a
Okay.
lot of things inspired this movie.
Yes, but at least just that relationship is the one thing I'm kind of like still gonna hold up on, is that the user from the real world is like the higher self or the soul in our world.
Yes.
It's the invisible place beyond. Okay, and so they're talking stuff. I forget what the conversation's like, but they're heading on over to the MCP. Yeah, you know me, and flying around the floaty things, and there's a bit of a chase going on here with Sark and his cruiser chasing down them in their solar sail, and then you saw these kind of like landscapes with bug-like things on them that were kind of cool. I think those scenes were just like excuses for having those animations come in, and there is Sark's vessel. All right, and we have these patterns, the fractal patterns in triangles again. That's where Bernard Hughes is being tortured, or at least sparked. And yeah, it's kind of like a prison area on Sark's vessel that we will also see other people come into later. There's a bit of a flying aerial accident out here. Tron ends up getting on the vessel itself, but it's not known he's there. But Lady and Flynn do get captured, and so they're now in the prison too on the vessel. And so Sark thinks he's won. He does not know that Tron is a free radical out there on the ship. And yes. Well, actually, I don't think they're on the ship. There we go. Now they're on Sark's ship, but they were captured from their solar sail. And, as usual, Sark tells them what he's going to do, and that there's resistance is futile, and they're just like hanging out. They're kind of bummed, but Flynn has some hope that we can still do something about this. And, he's a user. He has that, that je ne sais quoi, that's outside from the outside world, bringing some sort of magic into it, so to speak. And they're on the vessel, about to arrive, and there we go. We're getting to the point on this. I keep wanting to say it's a moon. Um, I don't know, or if it's another section of the planet itself. But whatever. In this virtual world, there is this place where the MCP is, and there it is in its cylindrical thing, shooting light up at the sky with these nice cracked surfaces around, and Sark's troops are coming on in. I don't know why they decided to go there to the MCP. Maybe it's like some sort of ritual. I don't know. Maybe it's something like that, some cult ritual for the bad guys, that they come to see the MCP or whatever. Well, the main thing is they wanted to bring the renegade programs there. Fortunately, they were able to catch them right before getting there, and so now that can happen. And now the vessel is going to be deleted, or they called it derezzed. So this is Sark's vessel being derezzed, while, as he would think, the Flynn and Cindy are still on it. And I don't remember exactly if they got off of it by this point, but they were about to get off. They're going to sneak off. They don't exactly get derezzed. They're giving up hope here, but not really. Flynn says we can get off, and that's pretty good foundation, for 1982. And there we are. What are we doing now? Someone's got an identity disc and is waving it around, and so
Yeah, buddy.
I believe that's Tron there. Yeah, he's got his disc out because he knows what he has to do. Now the ship finally does get derezzed, but these folks, I think they want to get Bernard off too. It'd be nice to save him, wouldn't it be? It would be nice. And there we go. There's the MCP getting all red and bothered, hot and bothered, pissed off, and Tron's gonna face him down. And he knows he's got to throw his disc in just the right spot to do it. So at this point, yeah, the scenes are just flying back and forth. This is why I probably shouldn't just narrate the films. It's, I can't be good at it because I don't remember them precisely enough to give you a play-by-play. But anyway, there's Sark. He kind of he gets the MCP's kind of in trouble, so he gets Sark to become big, and Sark becomes really giant, and but Tron still is not flustered by that, I guess, and still handles Sark even though he's big, and is able to throw his disc into the core of the MCP there. Now, what is the meaning of this? I don't know. We know that these are identity discs, and as Swapper said last time, you cannot defeat evil if you have no identity. You need to know who you are. And so Tron knows who he is. But throwing it in at the base, I guess at the foundation, is that it? Or it's a weak spot, I guess you would say, because it's a big, heavy cylinder spinning around. And if you hit that conical section leading to the base, that's probably its weak spot, maybe. Where is the weak spot of the pyramid that rules over us? I don't know. I guess maybe some stones at the bottom, when loosened up, will reduce the structural integrity. Mike and Liza are leaving me on my own here. All right.
But we don't need a play-by-play of the movie. Let's talk about what.
Well, we're at the end. I mean, all that's
Yeah, that's
happening
what we're
now.
trying to do, man. Let you get to the end. You've
Yes,
been saying all
giant.
night that we prevented you from getting to the end.
Giant Sark is basically defeated now, right there. And, ah, oh, wow. Here we go. Looks like Tron did it. Yay! And so these people are happy. Yeah, we have one last set of slides, but there's only a few of them. Here we go. Let's
Of
bring it up.
course, Scott is laughing at us.
That's
Of course.
what you said the last
What?
time.
What? I mean, this stuff towards the end was definitely far more animated looking.
Huh?
uh,
Yeah.
and the spinny. And then he can,
Well, the whole movie was animated, very similar to rotoscope type stuff.
mm-hmm. Yeah, she's got that look right there. Good makeup. All right. And glowy stuff. Basically, Flynn leaves and he saves the day. And there you go. Maybe he is the Christ figure because he's the one that jumps into the MCP to take it down, and it brings them into the real world again somehow. So it's like resurrection in a way. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm. Here we go
Mm,
again.
yeah.
Well, in the sequel, I think if I'm remembering correctly, he ends up merging with the machine, and a part of him stays behind, and he becomes the bad guy of the
Mm.
in the new movie.
Yeah. I guess we can't exactly keep the analogy going that far, but
Why not?
why not? Well, I don't know.
Why not?
Ah. Hmm. Hmm. Ah. Oh, that could be a dangerous place to go there. Um,
Yes. Yes.
so, who would be the corrupted part of Flynn that stayed within the Roman Empire?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, so let us finish this film, and yeah, it'll go down in history as another great earworms. There is the MCP basically fizzling out. A lot of graphics here, folks.
Yep.
Yeah, early 80s graphics and a lot of spinning, a lot of motion.
A year
Very
before the
animated.
Return of the Jedi.
Almost as crazy as the end of The Black Hole, if you've ever seen that. The end of that film from the early 80s was pretty, or was it late 70s?
I don't
But The
remember.
Black Hole, remember that? We saw that
I
a couple of years ago.
vaguely remember the movie. All
Yeah,
I
it was like
remember
really
was it was
trippy stuff.
depressing. That's what I remember.
Yeah, they did go into the black hole, and then the experience after that was something that was just kind of hard to describe. Very hard to describe.
Hmm.
Okay, and we're seeing some hard to describe imagery here. Uh huh. I don't know. I think I was snap happy with all these screenshots because all this is not taking place over a long period of time.
Scott gives The Black Hole a thumbs up.
Yeah, well, it was a good movie. The ending was kind of, yeah, it was sad and hard to deal with. I mean, of course, you don't know what happens. Really, I mean, I can't explain what happens. So you never know. Maybe it was all right after all. Okay, so we do have some. This says 10, but I think we missed 9, didn't we?
I think we
This.
might have.
Uh-oh. So we're going to catch up with 9 here with a little bit of the solar sail imagery that we missed, as well as music. Uh-huh.
Stay close.
Yeah, we missed it.
If I could just get us on a scanning transport beam. This solar sailor simulation will take us across the game sea, out of this domain, back into the central
They
computer.
did say it was a solar sail simulation.
Ah, okay, then they can get away with that. and then the scene that we are at now. But yeah, I mean, throughout this thing, it's definitely not tonal music or stretched tonality, I guess. If
It's stretch tonality, modal.
yeah, modal, but the modes were, did create more dissonance than anything else. But it was still, I mean, it worked. It worked for it. It was kind of like the landscape around, and here we are. The happy ending music. Da 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 da.
I
There
mean,
we go.
pretty. It was pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty. So we got our happy ending, I guess. After all,
Yay.
Mike's done for the
Yep.
evening, I believe, and I think so are we. There
Yeah.
isn't much. I mean, do we even want any of the slides that are left? I don't know, because then it goes back to the real world and the unlikely threesome are there in the real world, and I guess it ends up that Flynn owns the business now. He recovered his credit for the games that, or at least one assumes he recovers the credit for the games that he had authored, and that's why he becomes the owner. Let's get out of the computer world. Yes, he zaps back. There he is, and there's the typewriter. Ooh, kind of like the typewriter in The Shining. Are there
Oh,
any
yeah?
secret messages it tells us here?
Ooh.
I can't see it very well myself.
It just says video game program and the author of the program.
Oh, yes. So that's where he got the data. It was just showing us he got the data. It should have come out of a dot matrix printer with a tractor feed. But in any
Yes,
case,
that's right. Wasn't dot matrix top of the line then?
there may have been laser at that point. I don't know, but they would have been like unapproachable in cost, I'm sure. Home users had dot matrix printers, and some of them were small, like these mini printers.
Hmm.
Okay, and then he's in trouble, so he gets found out, and there we are. We're at the end where the MCP's gone and the security programs are installed, and they have a helipad now that Flynn flies in on, and they're all happy people. The couple, I mean the thruple. Oh well, I think we're done, and there's happy Silicon Valley. All right, folks. We made it through. So let us see. We're going to look at some feedback in the chat now, and we're not going to do a poll because that would be a little complicated. Let's just get some feedback in the chat. Next week, should we do a little bit of Babylon 5? We're not going to do the whole thing as a subject, just maybe we'll pick an early episode and just maybe talk about the music, Christopher Frank, and maybe that episode, and reminisce as we often tend to do. Or should we do some medieval string instruments with some magical moments from a variety of medieval things throughout the land? And so you got to say, maybe I should do a poll. That way it's official. Otherwise, we'll just say, yeah, great. And it's like we don't know which one you're talking about, how do I do a poll in this damn thing again? Oh, man. What is this? This is show your support. No. Engage with your audience. Okay, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna start a poll. Yeah. And we're gonna go over here and say next week, and we're gonna put in here yes, no. Yeah, we're gonna have to change that to Babylon 5.
You know, we never did Star Trek 5.
You want me to add a third option?
Well, let the audience.
Do it.
Yes, we
Okay,
did. We did.
add.
We did whales. Well, we did the
Yeah.
whale movie.
Star Trek V, Roman
Yes.
numeral 5.
Look, man, it sounded like it's time to appease the wife.
Well, there's two ways of appeasing her here. Actually, there's three ways of appeasing her here. She loves medieval string instruments, you know.
Yes, but
Well, sounds like you got the next 3 weeks planned out.
uh,
But yeah, we have to decide order, unless there's a fourth thing here.
There is no order, man. It's all chaos.
How about I throw in Star Trek 3?
wait, didn't we do 3?
No, we
No, we
did
talked
4.
about it. We keep talking about it.
We did 4. We
Wait,
didn't do
oh,
3.
3 Search for Spock.
Mm-hmm.
Did we do the Wrath of Khan?
No. Oh,
And we haven't done the Wrath of Khan opera either. Hmm.
Hmm.
we could put 2
Hmm.
there. How about that? 2.
Star Trek 5. Scott, you haven't seen Star Trek 5?
Wow.
I thought weapons were forbidden on this planet. Besides,
All
I
right.
can't believe you kill me for a field of empty holes, Scott.
The poll is up. Let us vote there.
I don't see all of the above.
All of the above.
All of the above. Well, no, eventually we're going to get around to all these at some point, you know.
People, please vote in the poll.
Mm-hmm,
Choose
mm-hmm,
your
mm-hmm,
poison.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay? Okay. Whoa, wait. Is Babylon 5 winning? Let's see. Oh, it is. It is.
Well, you got to let it go. We're
I'm
going to
dressed
give
for
it
the
a
part.
minute. We're going to give it a
For the
minute or
part
two.
here.
Going to give it a minute or two. So,
Oh,
Liza.
okay. Numbers are changing. Okay.
All right. Well, we have 15 that have survived so far, and
Cybok. Oh yes. What does God need with a starship? Actually,
that was Kirk that said
robot.
that.
That was Kirk, and then Spock.
Well, Cybok repeated it afterwards. He said, "Yes.
No, Cybok
What does?"
never asked the God of Shakari
Well,
what
he
does he
did.
need
Well,
with a
no, no,
star.
no, no. He does ask him to answer the question after Kirk postulates it. Kirk
I
came up
thought
with the question, and then Cybok afterwards does say, "We'll answer." I mean, he's a true believer. He believed his God would
no, no,
have an
no,
answer for the question.
no. It's what happened was Kirk asked the question, and then the god turns to Cybok, and Cybok goes, he has his doubts. Well, here's the proof you seek. And then he shoots down Kirk with his eyes, and Cybok turns to the alien, which is pretending to be God, and says, Why, why do you hurt my friend?" And the guy goes, "He doubts me." And it's like, and then Spock, he's like, "You not answered his question. What does God need with a starship?" And he shoots him again. It's like, wait, the God of Shakari wouldn't do this. And anyway, you need to see Star Trek 5. If you
Well,
haven't,
there
Scott, you
there
need.
are 15 people supposedly here, and only 8 votes. So, folks, please do join us. I guess one of the people's me and I can't vote, um, and so
Babylon 5 is winning.
What do you
yep.
mean you can't?
Interesting.
I don't know. I try to click on one of these and it doesn't let me. It doesn't let me vote. So it's the audience truly that gets the vote. Maybe you guys can, but in any case, there's still got to be a few people out there within reach of my voice that have not voted. So please do.
Yes.
And if
I
not,
voted for Bugs Bunny.
really,
You. It wasn't in the list, Mike. Wasn't in the list.
Bugs.
There's music in Bugs Bunny. You know.
Bugs Bunny
No,
could conduct an orchestra.
Well, if people right now,
Look, man,
Babylon
heard
5 is
about
one.
Babylon 5 for 67 episodes. I voted for Babylon 5. There you go.
There you go.
I've
So,
said it.
Lawrence, how is it? Which episode are you gonna pick?
I
I
think you've
don't
given
know.
plenty of
Is
time.
is it gonna be one that's, that has a lot of music
I
in it? We
think,
could talk about the
well,
music.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do one that has some music. Maybe we could do just some summary parts of like season one. Of course, it won't have Bruce in it, but
Oh, okay. I'm
But I
sorry,
want to save
Scott.
some of Babylon 5 for the future when I'm better at this.
Misrepresented Scott. He has seen all of the Star Trek movies, all of them, all of them.
Yes. No,
He just
of
meant to
course.
say that earworms haven't covered them all here.
Well, we only covered one Star Trek movie.
I thought we had done at least 2 of the Kirk
No,
films. Ah.
Oh,
two of the Kirk.
Oh, Bayona Rat's like, come on, everyone, vote for Star Trek 5. I'd be happy with that.
Well, we
Bayona.
will eventually do
yeah,
Star
this is
Trek
pretty
5.
much a win-win for Liza.
Yeah, since it's second place here, I think Star Trek 5 will be the week after. Because
Yeah,
Babylon
you were
5
looking
will
for order.
do maybe one thing. We'll do like maybe some highlights from season 1 with some musical highlights as well as some other highlights. Um,
I mean,
and
it's
then
a very synthy type score theme.
Yeah, and season 1, it had Michael O'Hare. Of course, no Bruce, but had Michael, and of course, it was just bony Mira Furlan. But it gives us something to long for. Gives us something to hope for. You know.
Yeah, it's a
There
good
you go.
series. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, I don't think we're going to get any more than 8 votes, so that's it.
I think the gold medal goes to Babylon 5, the silver to Star Trek 5, and it looks like we got a tie on the third one.
Yeah, medieval musical instruments, Star Trek 2, and medieval musical instrument tournament. That could be 3 weeks. All righty. There we go. Well, stay tuned. We'll always do something, and if people want, they can chime in some other ideas as we go. Oh, one last thing, folks. Yes, if you're hearing this on the rewind, or even if you're seeing us live, please
You
drop
don't
us
get
a.
the vote. You don't get the.
No,
Oh,
you can. You can definitely leave a comment after the stream,
I'm
and
just kidding, people.
let us know your thoughts, your feelings, and anything else you want to.
And
Please
now that
Helps.
I said that, it's going to be kick Mountain Hawk off the show.
yes,
No,
Get rid
no.
of
Mike
that
the
sarcastic.
troublemaker.
Yeah, you need to get rid of the troublemaker.
All right. Well,
Look, man, I love Lawrence. I give him my best sarcasm.
Awesome.
Liza,
Always.
what
What?
are you?
I'm a Minbari.
Oh,
I mean,
which one?
you don't recognize Delenn? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh, yeah. But I prefer her with the hair.
Well, she didn't start off with the hair.
Uh huh.
So.
All right. All right. So that'll be next week. We will be doing
We
Baldy
will.
Delenn.
Oh,
All
Robot
right.
says Voyager's her. Oh, Voyage Home is her favorite. Okay, I misread.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
we've done it, but
Yeah,
who knows? In the
that's
future,
why
we
we
might
did
do
it.
some reminders.
Reminders.
Yeah, we might do some reminders of Voyage Home in the future. You never know.
The hell you can.
Because our whole purpose here is to have
Yes,
fun on
yes,
Sunday nights.
exactly, Mike.
That's our purpose is to have
The
some
hell
fun.
you can, exactly.
The hell you can. Yeah, we'll have some of Spock's greatest moments, and of course, 4 will be in that.
Oh, that would be nice. Spock's greatest moments. Oh, that's a
Have
good
you ever seen the
idea.
Have you ever seen the blooper reels from the original series?
No,
I
I could.
haven't in probably about 30 or 40 years, but they exist. They're probably on YouTube
Are they
somewhere.
copyrighted?
Probably. I mean, Paramount.
If they're on YouTube, probably not.
Yeah.
Well, no. Just being on doesn't mean it's not copyrighted. It could be
I
snatched
know.
up.
Yeah, the claim. I mean, Paramount probably, wait,
Or
which are the
hosted by
two
a license
companies
holder
then?
or something.
CBS and Paramount, right? Anyways, I can't keep track of who owns what.
Well, Paramount largely overall, but Does Desilu still exist?
Does Desilu still exist? That is a good question.
I'm sure it probably isn't. But
Mm,
so,
I
should we
don't know
wind
all
things
I
down?
watch, but good lord, there's a whole crap ton of Star Trek blooper reels from
Ah.
the original series on YouTube.
Well,
Oh,
since they're bloopers, they didn't air in the episodes, so
Correct.
maybe they're not copyrighted. Who knows? Unless they were put out on DVDs or
that
something.
is a good question, Bayona. Did DS9 copy Babylon 5? They touch upon some topics that happen in Babylon 5, but I think Babylon 5 did happen first, right? Yes.
Excuse me.
I think it did happen before
There
DS9.
was definitely a lot of overlap, but I think, yeah, Babylon 5, the first I heard of it was in, I think, the summer of 94.
Hmm. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're both good in their own way, and you get to love the characters
Oh,
from both series.
you
I
can
could never
always.
pick between them, although I must acknowledge that Babylon 5 was a better written series. It
Which series came first? Babylon 5 or Deep
Oh,
Space
Bayona,
Nine?
that could get dangerous.
What?
Comparing an episode comparing DS9 to Babylon 5.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
No. Star Trek Deep Space Nine came first, premiering in January
Oh, wow. Really?
1993 with the
Wow.
pilot movie for Babylon 5 airing in on February 1993. So it was basically a month. Deep Space Nine beat Babylon 5 by a month.
By a month.
But that's not enough time to copy,
No,
an
but I
idea.
mean the similar topics were in the air at the time, and this is DS9. I guess was the first series where Star Trek kind of questions how people use technology. It's not always used in the right way, and
Well, they were questioning the Federation and basically
yeah,
portraying it as not, the perfect
bring
utopian society.
spirituality
Well,
into
they made the
the mix.
society still
Yeah.
advanced, but they had like some
It would be cool to compare the
devious
two.
entities within the Federation.
Yes, it would be cool to compare the two. But to pick between them, it's like, oh no.
But the next generation kind of came first with the whole idea of the Maquis and kind of like where
That's
you
true.
could have a bit of a debate about, hmm, was the was the Federation right in leaving their colonies kind of like hung out to dry? Oh well, you can move. Oh, yeah, you can
Yes,
move.
as a the commentary about the Federation being, is it really a benevolent organization? Yeah, they
Hmm.
do bring that up at the end of the next generation. Yes, cool stuff.
Well, I didn't know that. In looking at these YouTube things, I did not know that the guy who played the shapeshifter in DS9 committed suicide.
Odo. Oh,
Really? Oh.
ooh.
And he did a lot of voice acting in
Oh yeah, he did
in
a voice
Avatar.
acting in Avatar, and
How sad. Renee something. What was his last name? How sad. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
damn. Well, on that note,
Sorry, I didn't mean to
this.
throw it. I just didn't
Wow.
know that.
Wow. That
Doesn't really
is
say.
what a talent, and that's very sad.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know either, Scott. Wow. Wow,
um.
one
Hmm.
and he played one of my favorite characters in Deep Space Nine. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm just Yeah, well, obviously not something we.
Drew Gordon said it was assisted suicide. Wait, but
Oh,
is
Oh,
that
wait.
legal? Where?
well.
Oh, well.
Um.
That's that may be different. Oh, I was looking
Al-
at the blooper reels and I saw
Albert
one
Jean.
of Star Trek people who've died, and it just said suicide. So
Oh,
thank you, Drew, for that's a little bit
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Renee
And I hate the
Auberjonois.
term assisted suicide, but that's me personally. So thank you, Drew Gordon, for bringing
Yeah.
that up. I
The
can't
name
find
is
anything. I've been looking it up.
Renee Auberjonois. Maybe,
Yeah,
if I'm pronouncing it wrong.
I'm not going to try to pronounce his
Auberjonois.
last name.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know the OIS is Bois. Jonois.
Really? Bill Mumy was in episode 1 of DS9? Wow.
Episode 1. I knew he was in one of them.
I
Later on
didn't
with
know that,
these
robot.
Federation people that were on the planet and kind of
Oh my
like,
gosh, he was 79.
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
looking
he
at some
was.
of these
Yeah, he was
pictures.
dying. They need to
Look,
change that in that stupid video. I'm sorry, folks. Yeah, he was 79 and he was sick. So,
hmm
Oh. Wow, I didn't know that California.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, 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 California.
Wow. That's so sad. It is tragic nonetheless, Scott. Yeah.
Well, yeah, 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 he was but he made it. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to get into a long discussion, but yeah, that's a
Yeah.
different story to me than like, blowing your brains out for
yeah, if you're in
because
pain
you
and
don't like
just,
life.
and you have nothing but suffering, you know.
Lung cancer, okay. Yeah,
hmm
there we go. Thank you, robot. Okay, well,
Well, now that we've covered that, I think it's time for us to sail
Oh,
off
a
into
uh,
horrible
Wildview.
way to end Earworms. Gosh, I.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Now you are going to be seeing them comments. Get rid of him. Ah, boo.
yes, and
Tell the
unfortunately,
hawk to fly away.
but next week,
yikes.
next week we'll be looking at some moments from Babylon 5.
It will
If you
be.
want, you can leave a comment. Like, it doesn't have to be season one. I'm not sure how to frame this, but I do want to talk about the music, Christopher Frank, but then also some highlights. So you could mention in the comments some of your favorite highlights. And since I have
Actually,
all the episodes, I can look them up.
yes. Yes, chat and people watching, it would be helpful if you leave comments letting us know, you know, what are y- what's your favorite part of Babylon 5, and preferably let us know, because I mean, we can't feature the series
Well, yes,
in
there's no doubt.
any way that's profound, but we need suggestions about what episode to cover. It's something that we can really dig into the music, because the music throughout the series is great.
Well, I'll put that in if people want to even talk about something or show something, or yeah, at least reference something because we can't show more than small clips, you know.
Yeah,
But
pick a
if they
night.
want to talk about certain moments, I mean, you could pick what you want, and doesn't matter if there's music in it or not, because I'll include enough of the music too.
Yeah, let us know which moments you thought were iconic, and we'll take an inventory and decide
Yeah.
where we're gonna start covering Babylon 5 next week.
Alrighty. So I think we're gonna call it a night. We gotta get Mike to bed. So
I
Yeah.
think they want me to go more than to bed.
well, anyway, thank you for joining us tonight, folks. It's been a pleasure as always. We meet up here, we hang out, we have a good time. Get a little sad now and then, but that seems to be part of life going forward.
Yeah.
You got to be in your 20s and 30s to ignore that stuff, I guess.
No, not necessarily.
Alrighty, so I am going to take us off the stage so we can say goodnight with Olivier Douche. Boink, boink, and me.